Hi, this is Christine with Green Light Living. Today we're going to talk about quantum healing hypnosis technique, QHHT, a method pioneered by Dolores Cannon, a wonderful woman in alternative research. And all of her information was found through quantum healing hypnosis technique, QHHT. I have been a practitioner now for 8 years. And QHHT is amazing because it sources the healing from within. All, all of the information in the world lives inside of ourselves, in our higher self, our soul. And if we can access this reliably, we can have any information and all healing in the world, because once we receive the correct information and embody that frequency within us, we heal. The conditions are released from within and from without our lives. So it's really a powerful healing modality. And the greatest potential lies in the openness of it, because we're dealing with the quantum in QHHT, and that means that we can draw on all resources from all times, places, frequencies, dimensions, anything. We can access all information through ourselves. And that's really what drew me to QHHT in the beginning. I was a senior in college, going after my marine biology degree as a single parent, and very gung ho on my direction, going to go in that field after I graduate. But one of my classes was Native American U.S. history, and we were going after alternative history and research, and that's where I accessed Dolores Cannon's material. And everything that she said, that she put out there, totally resonated with me. 100% truth. And it excited me because I have been such a warrior for truth in my heart, in my whole life. And so I watched all the Dolores Cannon videos I could, and then I found out that she accessed this amazing information through hypnotherapy, hypnosis. I had never been drawn to hypnosis before. In fact, it was a big gray area in my mind, because I've heard such different things about it, but I did know it was real because my ex-boyfriend got hypnotized on stage in Vegas when he turned 21, and he did things on that stage that he would never have done in public. So I knew there was something to it, and I was curious. And at that time, my inner guidance just pushed me towards studying and practicing QHHT, even though I was just graduating with my bachelor's in marine biology. So I dove in head first, and learned all I could. I got my certification and I started practicing. And it's been really amazing and healing and wonderful as the practitioner, because I get to receive all the information too. I get to experience all the energy as well. And it's gotten me into much, much, much higher alignment with my higher self. And in reality, that's the goal, is when our consciousness merges with our higher self, so that we literally become all that we can be. And so QHHT can help you get there by accessing the correct information. So that is done through connecting with the higher self in a session. The higher self gives the client some kind of experience. It's usually very felt, so they can't mentally convince themselves that it's not real. So something happens to them. They feel things, they see things, they go to different frequencies, dimensions, or even future or past lives. Anything is possible in a QHHT session. And then that's all for a reason, a purpose. All of it has messages. We pull on the threads that we receive in the sessions and get more information. And pretty soon there's a big picture of the healing and the consciousness journey of the client. And finally, we directly connect to the higher self of the clients in a session and ask the clients questions. And these can be anything. Nothing is too mundane, too trite. It's the meaning comes from the individual, and there's no judgment. It's all information. So then the client receives a recording of the session, and that allows them to slowly integrate all the massive levels of information that come through a QHHT session. There's literally enough information for a lifetime in most sessions. Although some people do come back for more, they get clearer in their evolution and consciousness, and have more direct questions to ask their higher selves. And usually it's just validation and confirmation, because they're already receiving the information from the higher selves. They're just doubting it. And I mean, that's what we do until we learn to trust. And going through a QHHT session can really help you trust the voice of your higher self within. Let's see. Is there anything else that I'd like to share about it? I have tailored my process a little bit differently than Dolores's original sessions. Her sessions go from 6 to 8+ hours because everything is condensed into one meeting, and I've broken that apart, spread it out a little bit, and I've gotten wonderful success. And it's much more realistic in today's age of having lots on our plate. So, yes, if you'd like to contact me, you can reach me at qhhtfuture@gmail.com. Also, I am Christine Genevieve Johnson on Facebook, and I will soon be expanding into all the other media platforms. But yes, I hope this information has been helpful and interesting. And please reach out if you have any questions or comments. All right. Much love.